Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Unreal Place, and to my very first tutorial. My name is Alex and I'll be taking you through some tips and tricks in Unreal Engine 4 that have really helped me, and I believe they'll do the same for you. So here are the 4 tips we'll be learning today: how to check the length of your build times, how to use bookmarks, how to reduce your project size, and how to deal with Unreal Engine taking up disk space. So you might know some of them already, but hopefully you will learn 1 or 2 new tips. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so at one point or the other, you're going to have to build your level, and it would be good to know how long your build times are, especially when testing things out like lighting and comparing settings for every build. So to check this out, let me build my scene. So I'll click on the build icon here. I'm not going to bother about settings or anything like that. Okay, so as the build starts, if you go to the bottom right corner of your taskbar, okay, mine is on my second screen, you will see an S-shaped yellow icon. If you double click on it, it brings up what we call the swarm agent. This shows the progress of your build. So I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so now that the build is done, let's see how long it took. The simple and straightforward way is to just put your mouse over the progress bar, and you will see that for the different stages it shows you how many seconds it took. So the main one, which is processing mapping, took 680 seconds. But if you want to know how long this took in terms of minutes, go to log, scroll all the way down close to the bottom, and yeah, you will see it here. Startup 9.31 seconds, lighting 13.02 minutes. So basically for roughly 30 minutes for this render. Bookmarks are very useful when navigating your level. They basically help to save vantage points in your level so that you can easily toggle between them. So I'm going to show you how to create them and how I use them to speed up my workflow. Here in this interior scene, I have a 1-bedroom apartment, and I'll create a bookmark in each space so that I can quickly jump between the spaces. So to create a bookmark, go to your top left corner, viewport options, go down to bookmarks, then set bookmarks. So we have bookmark 0 to 9, that's 10 for every project, and then the shortcuts are Ctrl 0 to Ctrl 9. So to create my first bookmark, I'm going to start with Ctrl 1, then I'll move to bedroom, Ctrl 2. So now to go back to the previous bookmark, I just hold down 1 on my keyboard, then 2 and back where I was. So it's as simple as that. Go to the bathroom, press Ctrl 3, and last but not least, kitchen, Ctrl 4. So now I can easily move around my scene using bookmarks. Another example, another way I use bookmarks are when I want to re-import a model in my level. So I use DataSpin to import my models, and whenever I do, the camera always shifts. So let me show you what I mean. Say I'm working on this book and I want to change something, so I want to import the model. So before I do so, let me create a bookmark here. So I'm going to use Ctrl 5, then I'm going to re-import the model. So now the camera shifted, so simply got my bookmark, I can just press 5 and I'm back where I was before. So that saves time. It's always good practice to reduce the size of your project when you are done with it. because most times they'll contain materials, textures, blueprints, and so many other things that you may have brought into your project but did not use. So let's check it out. I carry out two processes. The first one is migrating my map to a new content folder. Basically, the way Unreal Engine is set up or is structured, anything you import into Unreal Engine is stored in the content browser. And this is mine. And this shows a list of everything I have in my project. Also, if I go to my project directory, where I click on Show in Explorer, you'll also see that this is my contents folder with everything I've imported. It will be a very difficult task to try to find out which assets have been used and which haven't, but luckily there's a process to skip all that trouble, and that's by migrating my map to a new content folder. So what I simply do is go to where I have my maps folder, right click, go to Assets, Actions, and click on Migrate. So this will show every single material, texture, everything that is connected to this map. Everything is here. So I'm going to migrate this to a new content folder. So I click on OK. So I'm going to create a new folder on my desktop. And very important, you have to name this content, otherwise it won't work. So let me use this right now and let's see what it tells me. So if I say select folder, it tells me CO does not appear to be a game content folder, so it won't work. So I'll say no and then try it again. Content, and here we go. So might take a while depending on how large your level is. Alright, so content migration completed successfully. So I'm going to minimize to my desktop. So let's compare both folders. Alright, so if I click and check properties, this is 3.43 gig, and if I click check properties, 2.51 gig. So basically everything that did not follow from here to here are not needed in my project. So what I will do is I will delete this content folder and copy this one into here. One thing you must take note of, or two things rather. If in your project you have a movies folder, the actual videos don't copy, so you have to take note and copy that manually, right? Then also check your sequencer. If you have a master sequencer and maybe a sequence is not in your sequencer, that also will not translate to migrated content folder. So you can see that my outro didn't copy, so I'll also copy that. Everything is good. So basically I would close Unreal Engine now, delete this content folder and move this here, and then we open the project. Okay, so the second step will actually involve me closing Unreal Engine again. So we are back in our project directory. There are some folders that I can delete, especially when I'm done with my project, and those are the saved, intermediate, build, and binaries folder. As far as I know, they don't have any impact any negative impact if you delete them, but I try to do this once I'm done with my project. So let's check the file size, 592 MB, delete, and we are left with 3.3 gig. So one thing to take note though is next time you open your project, it might take considerably longer, but it only happens once. As you can see, as I open it, it recreates any folder that is needed, namely the intermediate and saved folder. And there you have it. So those are the two ways I reduce my file size in Unreal Engine. So after working in Unreal Engine for a while, you will realize that the drive in which you installed Unreal Engine starts becoming full. At first, I thought it was a virus because I had no idea that Unreal Engine was creating different backup versions of my projects in a particular folder called the Derived Data Cache. So let me show you where it is. First of all, I installed Unreal Engine on my C drive. I'm using an SSD 512 gig, and I have roughly 70 gig free. So basically you have to make sure, go to view and make sure your hidden items is checked. Open your C drive, go to users, the name of your system, app data, local, and you scroll down to the second Unreal Engine folder, open common, and there we have the Derived Data Cache folder. So before I open this, let's check how large this folder is. Okay, as you can see, this is 77 gig. So this folder was created on the 7th of April, and today is the last day of May, so that's almost 2 months. So if you open the folder, it's just folders inside folders inside folders of basically backups of your projects, but not in the format that, not in the typical Unreal Engine format, right? So after reading online about this folder, it's safe to delete. Basically, when you keep on working on your projects, it keeps on creating this backup folder. So every once in a while, you can delete it and you'll be good to go. So the only thing I would say is once you do delete it, the next time you're opening your projects, it's going to take a while. Basically, I think these backups help to make some things faster in Unreal Engine, but basically once you open it for the first time, subsequent times it will open much faster. Okay, good. So as much as there's no harm in deleting the folders, there's also no harm in actually keeping them if you have the space. So lastly, I'll show you one more thing. If you want to move the location of the Derived Data Cache to a separate drive, you can do that by going to edit, editor preferences, just type derived, and then we have local derived data cache and shared derived data cache. So basically you just point to where you want to save them, create a new folder and then save it. I'm not going to do that for mine. So the same with the shared. So moving on, whenever it's creating those folders, it will create them in the location that you specify. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you learned 1 or 2 new things. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you liked this tutorial, please support my channel by liking, sharing and subscribing. It will really go a long way. I'll be back soon with more tutorials. See you next time.